Good morning, tubes. Going to test fit these wheels here. I paid $60 for them. I kind of don't want to run them, but they're 16-inch wheels. One of them's got a little bit different offset than the rest, but in reality, I'm just going to paint them and use them to get my new tires. And then later, I'll end up just getting all new wheels together that look like that style right there, which is what I have now, but these are just nasty. And oh man, I really need to paint those hoops, but it's just so cold. I can't really. I'm gonna have to come back in later and just sand them down or something. Anyways, I need to get this thing fired up so I can move it into the driveway. I haven't started it in a while. At least a couple days. It's 37 degrees out. If you want to believe that thing. So, turn the power off. I'm going to be doing the solenoid on this soon. Yeah, she's cold. I mean, it still starts up fine. It took a couple seconds there, but it hasn't been started in a couple days. Yeah, it's about 30-something degrees. Yeah, but no, I have a cylinder head on order for this. It should be coming later this week. And then I'll start getting the rest of the stuff. I'm getting new injectors. Obviously a new head gasket. Oh, and I'm doing head studs because we're going to be upgrading the inlet on this from a 2-inch to a 3-inch. So all the air that the turbo can produce, it's going to have no restriction going into the engine. So yeah, it's going to be able to breathe a lot better, but we'll also have it ready for intercooling, which I'm probably going to do later in the year. Right now I just need to get the top end done so that it's restored in that respect. Here, let's just do this. I might even just be the belt still kind of chirping. It hasn't screeched. I'm okay with like a little chirp, you know, here and there. I just don't want a constant I don't want to hear that. So I'm just gonna park her like this. Oh, I know when I get my own place, I'm gonna get a freaking kerosene heater. Oh, the dog's knocked my camera over again. This camera's been knocked over so many times, the freaking hard drive doesn't work, so I have to use an SD card. I actually just found the same camera. That's kind of loose. On eBay. Had a couple of issues, just missing the little play button for when you're just doing playback, which I don't care about because I play back on the computer when given the opportunity. But I mean, it still works, but I don't, you know, it's like whatever. But I found this exact same camera, $150. Just had a couple of issues with it that doesn't stop it from recording or anything, so it works and the lens isn't scratched up. So yeah, I got it for $150. So our friends in Central Oregon are gonna have this same camera, or identical camera that I'm using here. So we'll get a little bit better video than just using the GoPro. So that's my Christmas gift to them for making videos for the channel while I'm over here having nothing to do. So, well, except for this right now, where I'm just getting test fitting these wheels. I got a 15-inch wheel on here now. These are 31-inch tires, which have served me well over the past few years, or a couple of years that I've had them. And they did pretty good up in the snow. right up until I get about a foot of snow and I started getting packed in by the axles, which is what was slowing me down. Well, that and not airing down, but I don't have a proper air pump to get this thing back up to the 35 psi I'm running in the tires. I have a little speed wrench I could use for this, but you know what? The speed wrench is in a toolbox in the bottom of my freaking tool chest. So what I wanted to see is how my brakes are wearing in. They look great. This is just some surface rust. It's been sitting for a couple days. Brakes are still kind of locked in right now. This bolt needs to come out actually. Unfortunately, in order to get that out, I'm going to have to take this spring out. The ash is doing pretty good. Me Reiki. The first wheel has a 1/2 inch of, let's see, what was the difference on this one? Okay, so it's going to stick the wheel out. A little bit further. We're going to see how much stick out we have, or what the back spacing is on this one. I think this one's going to have less back spacing. But it is a mile away from the tie rod ends. So this is a replacement 16-inch wheel. Now, put one of these older wheels on. What I want to know is who makes this wheel? It doesn't look like a Ford wheel, although I've seen plenty of Fords with these. So, these stick out just a bit further. You can almost get away with just having that aftermarket one thrown on the back somewhere. And I want to say, I think someone probably ran this guy without a tire, or with a flat tire, but it's not too bad. I'm just going to pull all these valve stems out and just sand this down real good and brake clean it. The whole thing, we're just going to sand it all down, get all this scaly rust shit off here. We'll do a primer and coat on it and then paint it up. So, how does that look? It's got to be black though. I guess it's not too bad. And then considering I'm going to have a lot more tire, I'm going to jack this up some more. So it's going to be something like that. I think there's going to be, well, let's get a tape measure. 32-inch tire. It's going to be on here. Yeah. That's about how high that's going to be. Won't quite fill out the wheel wells yet, but I don't mind having a little bit of wheel well show. I mean, I don't need to fill it up. I would like it open so that the wheel can travel in and out of it without tearing stuff apart. I have a specific look I'm going for. I don't want somebody else to build it for me. I'll just put it that way, alright? Yeah, that's really cool. I'm using stock springs. Solid axle swap. So, yeah, I think I'm okay with that. I just like to paint on black. So, here's what I'm going to do. Get the tape measure again. And what I'll do is measure from the center, from the center of the tie rod end to the inner edge of the wheel. We're at about 2.5 inches. Let's see how much offset the other one is. The other one's going to be sucked in a tiny bit. Keep in mind, I only paid $60 for these wheels, so these will end up being spares. So we're about an inch, almost 2 inches. There's about a half inch, just a little over ½ inch difference on the spacing. So I'm probably going to that's just going to be a little weird. I'll probably maybe put this one on the front or put it on the back. It's not that big of a difference. I don't plan on running these long term. Well, the good thing is they all clear the tie rod ends, so especially because they're a 16-inch wheel. I know Todd had some issues when he did his solid axle swap, but he's got an earlier style Bronco, or later style. So yeah, that's tons of room right there. And then we're even more clear of the tire, so yeah. 16-inch wheel, I think I like it. I think it looks a little bit better. Probably just paint those black and then yeah, they'll be spares. If I can find another wheel just like that at the junkyard, I might just roll with something like that. And if it's not totally screwed up, I'll just have new tires put on those wheels, and that will be a spare. And then we should be ready to rock. I might just do that. Although I will say, I like that one better than the others. I think that one has just a little bit more better styling. It also looks, well, maybe it's about the same thickness and steel, but yeah, I think I like that. Okay, so I've been meaning to do this. YouTube's not gonna like this, so we'll play a tiny bit. What's a good song? Yeah. Can't play too much because then they'll be like, oh my god. But yeah, so I like my sound system. It gets real nice and loud. It's got good clean bass. You can hook up my laptop or my phone via Bluetooth, which is pretty sick. So I'm just gonna wipe my windows off real quick, like. And then Adam, he's like, "Meh," you're like, don't do that. I go from up here. See, I hit from there up there. This is stronger here. You're hitting into just unreinforced sheet metal. Come on, Adam. No. I'm gonna probably fire up the air compressor and check my tire pressure. I think the front's just a little low, maybe. I don't know. I'll just check it. Anyways, that's it.